See, yeah, that last one, I told you guys I double checked. I wanted to double check my category because I didn't totally remember changing it, and you know what? I didn't change it. I was still in Roblox, but playing another game that wasn't a Roblox game. So, that was bad. I need to make sure doubly make sure I'm changing that category. I don't want to get in trouble. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Let's go with YouTube. "25 quick tips on Disney Dreamlight Valley." Should we hear? Does it matter that it's Nintendo? Yeah, let's get on with it. Oh, whoops. Boom! Yes. Okay. Okay, so basically you leave your bed out there for a minute. Okay, we got you. Yeah, I already knew that. Yep, I knew that. And if you need butter and cheese, it's right behind you. And peanuts. Yeah. Oh. Turn it yellow. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I knew that one. Oh. See, that is a good cheat because you use Remy's ingredients. Because you can't, whatever you make at Remy's, you cannot take back into the real world. But I guess once you eat it and have the stamina, you're not going to lose it. Yes. It actually tells you that in the tutorial. Yep. I just show on one of my past. My son noticed those and he asked me what they were, and I said that's ready to be harvested. Yeah, I knew that one. Well, tell me how to find their favorite fruit. Okay, that's an expensive meal because peanuts are expensive.
Mommy, my tummy hurts.
I'm sorry, you want to come lay down?
My tummy hurts so much.
How did you dress a squirrel like that?
Can I drink some apple juice?
Yeah, we knew that.
Can I drink one apple juice to feel better?
I forgot how to get to that menu, but I've only seen that menu like once or twice.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I can't.
No, you don't. But if you don't fish in a non-circled area, you'll get like bass or some simple thing. And seaweed. If you need seaweed, do not go to a circled area.
Hi, Mom. Mom. Hi. Mommy. Oh, you're playing my favorite game. Mommy, I want to tear
Seaweed.
my tummy up.
It is the only way to get seaweed. Top number one way, which makes rope, which makes fabric, which makes all that stuff.
If I was playing my
No, you don't. If you can figure it. Plus, okay, say you don't know the recipe yet, and you're like, dude, I want to make hard-boiled eggs. Grab an egg from Remy's shop, put it in, and now you have the recipe. That's how I guess sushi. I know what sushi is like. I know sushi would take rice, seaweed, and fish. So I stuck all three of those ingredients in the pot, and boom, I had sushi and the recipe. I didn't have to wait to find the recipe or somebody tell me the recipe. You can stick anything you want in that pot, and if you get it right, you get a recipe.
Mommy, I wasn't supposed
Yep. That's how you get recipes.
What's the code? Remember the code. Remember.
I want that.
Use code brain.
Yeah.
Got it. Choo.
Yep.
Choo. Pow. Use Reese's
Yeah.
brain instead. Yeah. That's not right. Now it comes from boom. Put it. Ah! You sky spray. Oh, God.
Interesting. Yep. All the time.
Cross brain. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
I did something wrong. Ta-da.
Oh, that's how you get it.
Go.
Well, I missed the Pixar event.
Wait.
Yep.
Use my
Yep. Just farm everything.
Fingers crossed. Mommy, I forgot to count. Mommy, can I have some soda?
Go to your house or eat something.
Hello?
Yeah, it shows it to you in your bag. You just open up your bag, you look at the different fish. It shows you that while it's in your bag too.
This is how to open. Mommy, where do you got these sodas? Mom? Mommy? Mommy, where do you got these sodas?
Yeah, I open in 2 weeks. I had every biome open in 2 weeks.
Come on.
Well, Scrooge teaches you that in your first few quests. Scrooge says, hey, I want you to add 10 my items to each biome. I actually had to do 40 furniture at one point because I had 4 biomes open, and Scrooge is like, do it! And I'm like, fine, Scrooge.
Oh. Finally! I just got to. Oh. What's, I don't know anything about this whistle break.
Yeah, but it's random.
I don't know if it was common point.
Yeah, that was a few good sweet tips, but it's kind of random on that last one.
There's no sign. Oh.
What is Lucasfilm finally doing?
Goodness.
But he did!
That.
But he did return for Obi-Wan.
Where's he? Where's Sweetie? Mom, where's Sweetie? Is Sweetie in my room? Where's he? I'm over here.
Huh.
Where's he? I'm over here. Where's he?
Hayden Christensen talked about how he appeared on Obi-Wan Kenobi and how excited he was when he first got to see Ewan McGregor, but he got to see him from like 50 feet away, and it's like, oh, yo, Ewan! Because he's like, where's Ewan? And they're like, he's right down there. See that little dot behind the camera? That's him.
Where's he? Mom, I want Sweetie. Where's he? Way up! Ah! Stay away!
What's the biggest fib in food history? Here, let's give him a like.
Ow! Ow! He's hurting me!
2.
Come on! I can't get in. Oh. Hey! I mean, right.
Might have to subscribe to him because this sounds like a really good channel. I mean, out Google's my doctor. That's great. Actually, I've never had a I've never had a butter conversation. So, anybody want to have a butter conversation? Hey, Hertzy, let's have a butter conversation because I've never had a butter conversation before. Are you 1? Is it bad and not in your house? Are you 2? You know it's bad, but hey, it's in your house and you make everything with it, like me. Or 3, you're just here for the vibes. 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, I can imagine some people that shut that many doors on a subject. Cholesterol is the only reason I can think why. When my husband was like, I don't know, 10, 11, to a little guy, his dad thought he stuck his finger in the butter. He just saw my husband out of the corner of his eye. And so he made him eat the whole tub. And my first thought was, oh man, all that cholesterol in a 10-year-old? Yeah. Smack that father.
Mama, can you open this? Mom? Ah!
Here, share this with me.
Okay.
But butter is a celebrity. No, I'm just kidding, yeah. Yeah, that is total manipulation right there. One serious looking doctor. That name sounds familiar. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna say go.
Yeah, that too. Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Hey, Mom.
Okay. Hey. What's up, Renvis? Wait, what do you think of butter? Is it bad and not in your house? That's a 1. 2, it's in your house, but you know it's bad. Or 3, you're here to get some info on some butter. Let's have a butter convo. We're having butter convo. The fat isn't totally all bad. I mean, what is that scary sound? Where's that coming from? Why does that keep happening to my headphones? It's giving me PTSD. I've been playing ghost games lately, and now my headphones, I think, are haunted. Well, it depends on the marbled meat, because sometimes when you cook it, that marble, kind of melts away. The fat melts away. And then you can cut off the rest of the fat, and your dogs love it. You can feed them cholesterol all day long. I'm just kidding. See what I said? The first thing I said about butter, cholesterol. Cholesterol. Well, vegetarians and vegans usually are very thin. Smoking. Well, it doesn't matter one big party or a few parties if it's a big enough headline. Like that was, like he was pointing out, that was on Time Magazine with a doctor giving that serious look at us. And so it doesn't matter that it came from one source, the source it came from. Because like my husband will tell me, he'll say, well, where'd you get that from? And I'll be like, I got this from so-and-so website. And as long as it is a credited website, one credited website, it's good. I don't have to find 5 credited websites. When you're in college, though, they like you to find, I think, at least 2 credible websites that say the same thing. Like, so college is a tiny bit different. They don't just say, oh, go find the one source and we'll call your paper good. They're like, no, we want a couple good sources and a couple opposite sources, and then your paper's good. Well, I mean, okay, so it depends. Okay, so here you go. So science, what it is it's you come up with a hypothesis. Okay, you get a hypothesis, and then you work out the problem, and if it works in your favor, so all science is a process of disproving. That is not proving anything. It's not about proving things. You come up with your hypothesis and your math equation, and if the first one works out, you can run with it. If it takes you 10 or 20 later, you can run with it and say, well, it took me 20 times to figure it out, but I finally got it. Because there is this quote by... This is my favorite quote, and this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've said it in my videos. I have not found 10,000 ways it does not work, or 10,000 ways. I have not. Let me look up the exact quote again. Something about like, I have not found 10,000 ways I have failed. It's 10,000 ways it did not work, and that's science for you. 10,000 ways it did not work, but maybe 10,001 it worked, and then they run with that hypothesis. So it depends on the scientists. Do they get their answer on their hypothesis on the first run, and then they're like, let's put in time. It did it. I worked out. Or, do they publish that? Do they publish how many times that it did not work? Not failed, because science never fails. It just shows you where it doesn't work and where it does work.
It's hot.
Yep.
this part.
Well, like I said, it just depends on his work because he only publishes his answer. He publishes his hypothesis and he publishes his answer, okay? Hypothesis, answer. But people don't publish this in between bit, okay? And that's actually just as informational as both of these. But people only see these two as the most important. I had my hypothesis. I finally got my answer. Because it's like, is the Earth round or flat? Well, I mean, before we went to space, we still figured out it was round. Because, you know, you do your hypothesis, you run it, but there are people that still believe it's flat, even though we have pictures of it round. Because 60 miles away, I could still shine a red dot straight across the Earth. And it's like, wait, 6 miles, or maybe 6, in 6 miles away, well, shouldn't there be some curvature in that 6 mile if the Earth is really round? Because I guess they expect every inch of the Earth to be some kind of rounded. But I think 6 miles is still flat on Earth, even on a round Earth, because like the Earth is so huge. Well, see, okay, if you look at history, before people had refrigeration and stuff, they salted a lot of their stuff. Well, it's salt saturated fat because to keep meat, it was hard to keep meat fresh, so they didn't eat meat as often, and people weren't dying of heart attacks and stuff like that. But once we got refrigeration and we could kill and kill and kill and freeze and freeze and freeze and have meat every night for dinner, because you tell me what household somebody's like, hey, where's the meat in dinner? Why isn't there meat tonight? We have meat every night for dinner. It is a key essential to our foods now that we have refrigeration. So we are eating tons of more. We can refrigerate butter now. We can refrigerate eggs now. We can refrigerate meat now. So all those things that you listed at the beginning of the video that were bad, a couple hundred years ago, we couldn't refrigerate it, so we really didn't eat it. You had to have your chickens and eat your eggs fresh, or you didn't eat them because they're gonna go bad. And you just couldn't keep butter. You just couldn't. And back then also, when they did eat butter, it was freshly churned, okay? I think freshly churned butter is very different than our processed butter. And so you gotta look at history and see, well, why are people dying of heart attacks now? It's refrigeration is the answer. They eat pasta and breads. They eat carbs in Italy. Like I said, you make a hypothesis and then you go find things that answer that hypothesis. But he didn't support, does he say how many things didn't? We need to know that middle ground. That's great. You get sold, you turn around, you're like, oh, okay. Oh, synonyms and antonyms. Oh, well, you're a. Okay, so you got Italy, who does a lot of pastas, breads, tomato sauces. That's acidic, not, and and then you got any, not just Japan, but any Oriental. You got a lot of rice and vegetables. So I don't see much heart disease over there because you got a lot of carbs and a lot of what you call it, starches. There's a lot of noodles are starches, rice is starches. There's a lot of starches and vegetables outside of the US. We're meat eaters here in the US. We should develop some more starches here and carbs. Oh, thank you for following me. Was that do I have a scary sound for people following me? Is that what's been haunting me all day today? Oh man, how did it get changed to a scary sound? I had a nice chime. Man, I think my computer got haunted through the games I've been playing. And it went from a beautiful sound to a and I'm like, oh, it's the ghost coming back for me. Yeah, during Lent you can't eat meat, right? So I don't get this study because like shouldn't they have nobody dying of heart attacks and stuff in those countries because Lent is where you don't eat meat and the other countries have starches and carbs and stuff like that, and so they should be healthier than the US, who are like, dude, you guys want to go hunting today? Let's go catch this deer. Oh, I know in October in Utah, mid-October, it starts around the 21st-ish of October. That's hunting season in Utah. And boy, is it a big time of year. There's two times of there's two times of the year that you don't disturb people. That's hunting season, and then in May, fishing season opens. Boom. My baby's father even skipped our son's first birthday because it fell on the first day of fishing season, and fishing was more important. Okay, what's the real problem? Let's bring it on. Thank you. I already did! I'm gonna hit the subscribe button in a minute. Okay. 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 Uh-huh. Well, I was going to say that placebo is that the favorite thing right now in science that people didn't do a long time ago. So you want to test a new drug, you get 20 people in a room. 10 get the placebo and 10 don't. Uh-huh. Hypothesis. Yep. Well, the thing I said, and I said it at the beginning of this video, is science starts out with a hypothesis, and science is never, ever, ever to prove anything. It's only to disprove. So basically, you're saying, okay, this hypothesis needs to go, you know, and once, like the Earth is round, you know, you do all your tests, you go up in space, you take a picture, Earth is round. You did it. You did it. You find all the ways to go prove it. Or not really prove it, but like disprove it. But you're still going to have the people over there who saw your photos, and they're going to say they're doctored, and they're going to say, I don't know, there's, you know, I don't know. People are weird. Yep. It's the sugar. Let's blame sugar. Just kidding. It makes people hyper. And then they're like, oh, let's go stab something. And then you're like, oh gosh, man. Well, no, they don't. Because you also look, me? I don't go out in the cold. Do you go out in the cold? Do you go out in the cold? I don't go out in the cold. Who goes out in the cold? Nobody's gonna go out in the cold and commit crime. You're crazy. Plus, you have to wear big puffy jackets and all kinds of things that go shh, 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 shh. You know? And in the summertime, you can wear your sleek black leggings and your nice tight black shirt with your black, you know, and your bandana. Very thin clothes, and you're like, you know? You get it? So that's why you commit crime in the summer and not the winter, because you wear that sleek, cute black stuff in the winter, and no, you're not really going to make a sound, but you're going to be like, moving slow. Okay? No. Ha ha ha. Well, I mean, I don't know, because, like, okay, take my husband for example, okay? His great-grandparents? Yeah, great-grandparents on his father's side. The mother died at 58 and the father died at 60, both heart failure, heart disease, whatever, heart something. Two married people. So that means 2 different genetic lines, okay? These guys weren't related, and they had babies, okay? And their grandchildren, which is my husband's father and his 7 siblings, all have high blood pressure. But my husband loves steaks and meat, and he's the kind that's got to have meat with every meal. He loves butter and all of that. And he is now 43 years old. And cross fingers, knock on wood. Where's some wood? He's fine. Oh yeah, and okay, so and his dad's mother, well, she died in her 80s, but a year and a half after she had heart surgery that they told her it would only give her a year and a half more to live. They gave her heart surgery that would just extend out her life for no more than 2 years, and she died within that 2 years. Because when that 2 year mark came, that year and a half mark came, they were just like, well, I mean, she had a stroke in that. And she lost quality of life and everything, so they just kind of were like, well, you know, heart problems. So like 3 different people with different genetics in his family, you know. And well, his aunt, she died in her 50s, but she had brain tumors. Nobody's ever died of cancer or tumors in her family, heart stuff. But she died of tumors. So that was weird. And she died like a month after her mom, too. So the mom died in 2012. And then a month later, the daughter died. Oh, and let's not forget, the mother died because that's a good story. Maybe it's a Wednesday night story. I should tell it for a Wednesday night story. Maybe I should save it. And I'll pose a question at the end. You can give me your opinion. I'll save it. Not this Wednesday. I got a different story for this Wednesday. But maybe the Wednesday after we'll do a dinner and a story. And we'll talk about death and dying. And maybe we'll pose the big question of... And maybe we'll just have a nice discussion. Not a debate. Don't yell at people about what you think is right or wrong on how people should die. But, the choices you have on how and when people should die. Mm-hmm. Okay. No. I've seen real corn stalks. I've been to Ohio and Iowa. And they're tall. What? Are you kidding? What? You mean my steak has candy in it? Whoa. Yeah, you're definitely getting a subscribe. No, see, exactly. There's too. He's showing you how there's too much. When you start your hypothesis, you can't just say it's all butter and all saturated fat. Maybe on the ingredients list it should say we fed our cow candy. There might be a little candy in this milk, you guys. Okay. Well, see, that's where I figured he was going, at the grass-fed. Well, okay, like I said, we also got to look at history, okay? So 200 years ago, they weren't feeding their cows corn and especially candy. They just had cows in the pasture eating regular grass and flowers and whatever they eat. They probably had a nice potpourri butter. Okay. Later. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Okay. 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 What? What? They bleach? See, this is where we need to go back to, maybe we should, like, have giant community farms and everybody that doesn't have a day job like me, I'll go spend a couple hours. Let's go work in the community farm for the community. Let's feed the community all natural stuff again. Oh, I bet. Yep. 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 Oh, money. They want to spend the least amount on ingredients and sell it for the biggest amount, so that when the money trickles down, they get this much and their workers get this much. And then that much goes back into the food. So it trickles down like a pyramid. Let's talk about gas prices that way. Exactly, that's what I was saying. No. When I was in junior high, I learned about margarine. My science teacher and everybody says, hey, scientists won't eat margarine. And so I said, okay, well, scientists won't eat margarine. Well, I'm not eating margarine. Oh, by the way, if you want to make homemade butter, but you're like, well, I don't have a churn. How am I supposed to do that? Well, like 10 years ago, my oldest son had learned in school that if you take, was it heavy whipping cream, I think it was, and put it in a mason jar, shake it really good for half an hour, I think-ish. Buttermilk, butter, boom. Homemade butter just by shaking it in a mason jar. Google and double check, because I haven't had my son do it since then. I brought it to Thanksgiving and put it on the table at my in-laws, and nobody ate it because they don't touch anything that's made by my kids. But if it was made by any other one of their grandkids, that butter would have been gone by the end of the day. It probably would have been put on pie too. They didn't eat the pies I brought either.
Mommy, what are you doing?
We're learning about butter, Colin.
What's butter? What's butter? Like, is it butter in real life that I know? Or is it a different kind of butter?
What, buddy?
Is it normal real butter? Or a different kind of butter?
I can't hear you. What?
Is it butter like normal kind?
We're learning what kind of butter is good for us.
Oh.
Grass-fed butter. You need to feed your butter grass. No, I'm just kidding.
Grass-fed
Butter. No, you need to feed your cow butter because your cow gives you butter. You need to feed the cow grass because the milk he makes your butter.
Yeah. What happens to keep? What happens to
If you feed it candy, you'll get fattening butter. Don't feed your cow candy.
Why?
Because candy makes you fat. Just look at your belly because you eat too much candy. Look at your fat little belly. Oh, it's a fat belly. Just kidding.
Well, Mom, what
What,
happens
buddy?
to feed your cow butter?
If you feed your cow butter,
What?
maybe he'll make extra whipped butter. We'll
What?
get extra whipped butter.
What happens to
We're just kind of seeing what kind of...
What
Mommy
happened-
was getting tired while
what-
playing video games, so I was just kind of seeing
what,
what's on the...
what happens to your Oofy?
Oh, whoops. I'm going to go back real quick. I was going to subscribe to... Oh. Subscribe to him real quick, because he sounds like I definitely want to watch further of his stuff. I definitely want to see further of his content. Okay, please, you're shaking me, and I'm trying to move the mouse.
Mommy, I love you.
Okay, wow. I know you love me, thank you, but you're...
But Mom,
What?
what happens to feed your cow some daughter?
You can't fake intelligence. Ooh, this is cool. Okay. 10 signs of intelligence you can't fake. Well, definitely if you play someone chess, they can't fake that. I mean, how do you fake? Play me chess, I lose every time, okay? I can't fake that intelligence. No way. Let's give him a like real quick, because we know we're going to like him, but we're also going to like him because we're showing some respect for... I know. How many times, raise your hand if you met somebody that totally had tried that fake their way through a conversation because they wanted to look cooler than you? I mean, I grew up with that all the time. You're like, dude, you're like, no, man. Okay. Well, it does. And see, this is why 7 years ago I started my YouTube channel. Because I got tired of people saying, oh, I took the Myers-Briggs test. I'm an INTJ. Therefore, I'm smart. And it's like, no. You can't. They'll fake a personality and test so that they will come out. Everybody wants to be Sheldon Cooper, and gosh, I know there's other smart people I can think of right now, but I can't think. But I mean, okay. When I was growing up, being a nerd or a geek or being smart, and especially wearing glasses, I'm like, where's my glasses? Wearing glasses got you beat up. But now, why are we in the race to be things like Big Bang Theory and everything have come out highlighting the smartest people, shows about smart people, and everybody wants to fake being that smart person. They want to be that smart person, and when they find out about personality types like INTJs, ENTJs, pretty much any NT type, ISTP, ESTP, any of those NT types are ST types can be smart too. They're just smart in a little bit different way. Just because the difference between the S and the N. But it's that F type nobody wants to be, because people do not believe that feelers can be smart. But I am an ESFJ. Now I don't know everything, and I don't. But I do know a lot in psychology, some in sciences, world history and stuff like that, because it interests me, and it's easy for you to learn stuff that you're interested in because you want to pay attention to it. And I watch stuff like this because it interests me. And therefore, knowledge makes you smarter. Oh yeah, and let's also talk about, most people want to be an INT something. P and J, they don't really matter too much. It's how you make decisions in life. Really. I mean, that's the face version of it, the biggest way I can explain it to you right now, but we can go in deeper depth, the difference between the J and the P. But the middle two is basically your intelligence. Whether it's internal, external, without the I and the E, because that's the difference between the N and the S. But it's popular to be an introvert and be like, I don't want to be around people, but I'm smart, and smart people don't want to be around people, right? You're wrong, because INTJs, INTPs, people like that, they don't mind. They have friends out there online in real world. They love to hang out. They do. They value friendship. They do. But the problem is they have a small, close-knit group of friends. Whereas E-types will go out there and they don't care if they met somebody for 5 minutes and then 5 years later they see him again, they treat him like the best friend. That it's like, oh, remember how I met you that one time on the subway 5 years ago? And we had that really great conversation? For 5 years, I've always thought of that conversation. That's the type. Yep. Especially when it comes to, I don't want to bring this up, I don't like to bring this up, but you got to factor in religion. People do it with religion. There's religious intelligence, there's other intelligence, and people close their mind. They get the knowledge that they want, and then they close their mind on it. Then they think they're the smartest person in the room with their intelligence, and you need to join it. No, like me, if I learned something, like I thought, really recently why I talk about the Earth flat and round is because, well, I do believe the Earth is round, but I want to know why people believe that it's flat, and I wanted to see if they could even sway me a little bit that it was flat, because I'm that open-minded. I wanted to know, well, not to make fun of them, not to make a video making fun of them. I don't make fun of them. I don't think there's anything wrong with them, but I just wanted to see it from their side. There's a new show out called Middle Ground. I found out through looking at the flat earth stuff that they do that. They go through, they get two people on the opposing side and they get them together talking. And that is a good open-minded conversation. And that's what I like, a good open-minded conversation. Now, that doesn't mean you have to change your mind. But what open-mindedness is about is, it doesn't mean you have to change your mind, but it's just the willingness to listen to another person's point of views. You don't have to take it on. You can, and like you said, it doesn't mean you're gullible and naive if you do. It just means that whatever they said or did persuaded you. How do you think people change religions, change jobs, change things that they've been doing for years? Or like, if on that last video he'd proved to me that butter really was horrific, I might put a little less of it on my husband's rolls and pancakes. I'm flexible. Check it out. Just kidding, not that kind of flexible. Oh. You. See? Like, look at this. Look at this guy. He probably can't do a quadratic equation or solve for God knows what in math. But take him out into the woods and he'll probably save your life. Now that, see, people get intelligence wrong in a way. Intelligence doesn't mean Big Bang Theory smart. They're showing what intelligence is. Adaptability in different things. This is intelligence. I don't have that outdoor intelligence. I might get in a situation and panic and get lost and freeze. I don't really know how. If I went I don't go hiking. Why? Because I know I'm gonna get lost. Because I know I don't know how to work a compass and a map. Because I know I'm gonna get confused. Mm-hmm. Yep, and there's another one right there. Intelligent people. I tried to get my son to be an EMS or firefighter or something because he is intelligent when it comes to a horrific, crazy situation where I panic and he doesn't. And he's very calm and level-headed and helpful in those situations. He shows high intelligence in those situations. You can see I have a little bit of that because I don't strangle my kids during a stream. I told my guildmate that and he's like, oh, I want to watch your videos, Rose, because I want to see when you get to that moment where you have to walk out of the room and take a break before you strangle those kids. Oh yeah, and speaking of different types of intelligence, let's go back to the NTSF deal. NT types are not very intelligent in the area when it comes to what FSFs are intelligent, and that's reading subtle clues, that's reading emotional clues, that's, SF types are really good when it comes to matters in the emotional area. Like me, I know when to get out of a situation or when it's okay to stay in. And sometimes I know when it's bad to get out of a situation, but I don't want to. And I make a bad choice because I'm feeling, and that's the bad type about fillers, because the S has to deal with it too. Because maybe I want to provoke somebody. I try to do that these last few years. I have calmed myself down. Like I said, I stand by my videos I made 5 years ago, but maybe not how I said them, because maybe I did say them a little too emotionally. Maybe I did let myself go on a rant and go out of hand a little bit. But that's because at that time, the people the personality types I was talking about were being mean to me at that very moment in time. And so I had a lot of anger towards them, and I let it out across my videos. And the video that I let out the most anger on got 7K views. But I didn't get any subscribers because they're just like, psh, look at that emotional rant she's on. I don't want to watch her channel. And it's like, hey, you guys, that's not the real me. It's, you got to understand what I did. I came back this year and I explained to you why. Okay, in great detail of 3 different videos of what was going on. You could see why I was that way 5 years ago and why I'm not that way now. That concussion fixed me. Yes, I'm working on that. I actually just had to go through that yesterday. I was stupid enough to be talking to my viewers at the same time as logging into a game, and I accidentally deleted my game. And I shut the stream off as soon as I noticed what I did. I went out and I cried to my husband and I said, what am I supposed to do? Go back in there and admit to my viewers how stupid I am? And so I came back on and I owned up to it and titled my videos that yes, I accidentally deleted, and I have to start from scratch, from the very beginning. And that was a hard thing for me to come back in here and tell you guys that I was paying attention to chat and just hitting whatever's on the screen to get my game to play, and I wasn't even reading it. What I had to do, I shut my stream down. I went on Twitch. I went to the last 5 minutes of the video and I watched myself do it. And I was like, no, Rose, don't hit that button. And I hit it and I was like, I didn't want to get back on the stream. I didn't want to come back to stream. I didn't want to come back on the game. I didn't want to come back on and admit to what I'd done. But I did. And I'm playing that game. And I'm playing it on stream for you guys. I'm still streaming the game. Even though deep down I'm still angry at myself. But I'm doing it. I'm working through it. Okay, this is where I'm dumb. I'm totally dumb. I in very rare few moments, I'll be in a rare mood, and you can ask my guildies, they'll be like, ooh, Rose is in this kind of mood tonight. Because there will be rare moments when I can have some wit, but it's just not in my forte. My mind wasn't built with wit, okay? And sometimes I don't get it either. When people are being sarcastic and witty and stuff like that, I envy them, actually, that they can do it. I can never become a comedian. I can never bring up those cool jokes, and I can never come up with. I think comedians are great with the way that they can be so on the spot witty. That's not me. I don't have that kind of intelligence. Doesn't mean I'm not intelligent. I just don't have that kind of intelligence. Mm-hmm. I struggle with confidence, and it's just because I've been bullied, and I've been put down and abused, and in every kind of way, just name it, and you might bring back some PTSD. I'm working on this. Streaming helps, because I have to hope that you guys watch this and like me, and in my head, I'm imagining you do. So, it does. It helps with some confidence. Like me streaming, everybody's like, why do you stream a lot? Because if I don't stream a lot, I feel like I'm worthless. I'm just sitting there, watching YouTube, or my kids are in school, my husband's at work, and I'm just wandering around the house twiddling my thumbs, feeling useless because I don't have close family, I don't have close friends, I don't have anything. I have you guys, basically. I thank you, because I do. And so everybody who follows me, you guys are great, because it shows I have some people to, because I don't, and I'm tired of, I've been doing this for a couple years, spending my life doing nothing. That's how I know a lot about Marvel and everything else, because I watch everything. But yeah, so you guys are great. Thanks. I appreciate you guys watching me, following me, hitting likes, because when you hit a like on YouTube, it tells me to do more of that content. And so when I scroll through my list on YouTube, and when I see likes, I say, okay, if there's not only followers, but there's like buttons getting hit, okay, more of that, you guys. And I do saw that some of you guys do like watching YouTube with me. So I am doing these because at the end of the night, when I feel like just watching YouTube and I'm getting tired of playing games and I just want to relax and watch YouTube, you guys like watching it with me. No. He's getting a little off on here. So this is how introverts work. Introverts recharge. See, extroverts, the more people you talk to, and it's on a spectrum, and I've gone over this in past videos and stuff. So you're not just a flat E and a I. Okay, you're not like I'm just an E and I'm an I. It's kind of like ADD and autism and all that. You know how it's on a spectrum. Some people are deeper into it than others. Like, I have one son who doesn't talk, and he's my first autistic son that doesn't talk because the other one never stopped talking. But he did throw up his food at dinner and have hard time with eating dinner and certain textures of food, whereas my other one didn't do that to me. So, spectrums, people. So, people who are deeper into I need longer charging times than people who... So, when you take the test, like, I'm 80% extrovert. So, yes, when I'm having problems, crises, happy moments, whatever, the more people I talk to, the better I feel. Now, an introvert needs to recharge more so an 80% introvert, the literal exact opposite end of me, because it's like here's I, here's E, it's a whole spectrum, okay, and 100%, okay, and you're somewhere on this spectrum, okay. Well, it's kind of a weird spectrum, overlapping spectrum. Because I don't know, because if you're 80% E, then you're 20% I. So I don't know how to represent that. But anyways, so you're on this spectrum, and so I need to talk to more people, whereas this person might need to be home for 8 hours. Well, those 8 hours, I'm out talking to people, and then I'll go home and recharge for like an hour or two. And somebody who's more over here on the I will... can be social for longer hours and needs shorter charging times and then the same over here, this E, less talking time, more home time, but it doesn't mean that, but they still like to get out there and they talk by recharging. And so it's just a huge spectrum. You can't look at it as like, well, I'm just an I, I'm an introvert. An introvert means I like to stay home and I don't talk to people. That's not it. You're on a spectrum. Where you at on that spectrum is what the test tells too. See, I know one introvert, okay, two INTJs. One's my husband and one's his friend. And my husband's an IT guy and the other guy's a computer programmer. And my husband can function in a room full of people and still do his job, whereas the other guy literally locks himself in his office, and his wife, nobody is allowed to come in and talk to him while he is zoning in on computer programming and the language of it. He needs full silence, full isolation. But they're both still INTJs. They're just different eyes that work in different departments of the computing world and handle it very differently. I mean, sometimes my husband needs silence, but not daily like this other guy. And I thought, I never thought he was weird because I study human behavior. I thought, that's interesting. Okay, well, I guess when I know you're at work, I won't come over. And I definitely, he also had to make it plain and straight across to me because he knows me as an ESFJ. He's the one who showed me the Myers-Briggs test. He told me, he's like, no, Rose, I have to be alone. I cannot have any noise, interruption, music, nothing. Like, my husband could listen to music while at work, no problem. If you played music, he probably wouldn't get upset or anything. But it's just a spectrum. They're different on the spectrum. Well, I already talked about this, so I don't really need to talk about it too much. I talked about it. It's the sensing feeler types that are going to be more in tune to. And so you're talking about the intelligence of sensor feeler types, because intuitive thinking people are less in tune to emotions than sensor feelers. But like I said, see, this doesn't mean that sensor feelers are, and I don't think you have to have all 10 of these. Like, if you said yes to all 10 of these, well, you have really high IQ. I think you could say yes to half of these and have high IQ. You don't have to say yes to all 10 of these, because these, you cannot be a deep NT and say yes to this last one. Unless you have your shadow functions well developed, which is another thing to go into. Shadow functions. Unless you have some development in your shadow functions, this is going to be a little harder on you. And it doesn't mean you're not intelligent. It just means you don't have your shadow functions developed as an NT type. Well, this is hard because empathy literally means you can literally put yourself in that person's shoes because you've been through that. Sympathy is when you can understand what they're going through, but you can't say you did. I mean, unless somebody could tell me there's a different definition for sympathy and empathy. But as far as I understood, empathy is because you literally been there and you're like, dude. But me, sometimes, like, there's this guy in our guild that I can empathize with some of the chronic pains and stuff he's going through, but not everything because I haven't been through the same surgeries as him. But on some level, I can empathize with him. But I know his bad days are worse than my bad days. And so I can't say, oh, you had a bad day. I know exactly how you feel. I can say I know mostly exactly how you feel because I know what my bad days are like. But we also, we both have some understanding of pain. But, you know, like my dad, I don't doubt, a lot of people in my family don't think my dad has any pain at all, but because of the surgeries and everything he's been through, I definitely think he has pain. But I don't know. I know I can empathize with him a lot of the way. Yeah, I mean, it's they didn't get this list wrong. It's just this some of this list falls into the psychology department. And that's where it's kind of having a hard time is you're mixing intelligent measurements and behaviors with psychological behaviors also. Oh, and you can't try and fake that because he said, I love that comment. My brain after watching this, that's exactly what we're gonna fake now. Well, I can't fake wit. There is no way I can try in my life or outdoor intelligence. I have some, but not a lot because I don't have a lot of experience in that area. Like I said, I wouldn't go hiking and stuff, and I hear about accidents and stuff that happens out hiking, and it scares me, and I sit there and say, oh, that's exactly why I ain't going there, because I don't have that outdoor intelligence that some people have. But it's just they're mixing science and psychology in that video, and that's a little tough when you do that. Okay, should we watch or should we stop? What should we do? You guys want to keep going? Should we pick one more video? Pay or wait, ask me anything, huh? I wonder what that's about. She's kind of a big streamer. She's got a lot of, 1.1k views. That's a lot of views. She's pretty cool. I found her through, she does a lot of Handmaid's Tale breakdowns. I can't do breakdowns of shows because I don't notice a lot of the things, but I can do talking about the shows and some of the behavior in the shows, which is kind of cool. Let's see. Because, yeah, you can tell I watch weird stuff on YouTube. Now it's filling up with smart things because you guys and what I've been watching with you guys is filling up with smart things. About Rich. Let's see. Okay, let's go through a couple of her Ask Me Anythings. I'm curious about what she... We won't go through the whole video. We won't go through the whole thing. Yeah, 57k subscribers, that's a lot. But she's really cool. You see, I'm subscribed to her. So what are we talking about today? Pay or wait? He'll catch you as you're coming out the airport and be like, hey, what's up? Huh. Are they? Well... See me, like, I don't know. I mean, in person, does it feel more on the spot? And somebody without kind of, wit and all that, I don't know if I'd be able to answer on the spot stuff. And I'd probably answer stupidly and later go home and watch the video and be like, I'd beat myself up later. Well, the year's almost over. Better get on that airplane. Pack that bag. Go, go, go. Pack your bag. Is it? Was it that good? I haven't seen Top Gun yet. I heard it was good. I heard it wasn't a bad sequel. Even Val Kilmer stopped by for a
what's
quick
that?
cameo.
What's that?
What's what?
What's that?
A shadow?
What's that?
What?
What's that?
This?
No, that.
What? You made me drop my lid.
That.
A ghost?
No, that. What's that?
This?
No.
A shadow?
That.
What's what? You're freaking me out here now. Are you seeing something I'm not seeing? What?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
It's a snowman. I asked you that.
No. No.
That it's cardboard.
That.
It's cardboard. It's cardboard.
No, what's that?
Hey. Dig in your foot.
No, what's that?
It's called a sign, a picture. It's a snowman.
That. No,
Okay, I already answered your question.
No, what's
It's
that?
one of these. Same thing as this.
Then what's that?
It's a sign that says "'Tis the season," so I can decorate my room Christmassy, so all my subscribers can see that I love
Then
Christmas.
what's that?
You want to say hi to our subscribers?
No, what's that?
Hey, what we need to do?
What's that?
We want to see what Payne Wait has to say. She says, "Ask me anything." Let's.
Mommy, what's
I wish
that?
I was probably
Mommy.
streaming while she was live, so I
Mommy.
probably didn't get to see it
Mommy.
live.
Mommy. Mommy.
What?
What's that?
Okay, please.
That. What's that?
We'll play later.
What's
It's
that?
headphones.
No, that. No, that. I said this.
Stop. Oh. My husband's cousin always gave me massages, and well, free massages. He never charged me, and I went once, not too long after I moved to this neighborhood. I decided to go see a real massage. Well, I mean, he's real, but I decided, like, I want to see, like, I've never been to, like, one in an actual. And I did. And I came home with this huge lump in my throat. And he was mad at me. And then I had to beg, not only did I have to beg his forgiveness, I had to ask him to get rid of the lump in my throat. Because I had it for like 3 days and it wouldn't go away. And he's like, well, that's because when she massaged you, he goes, how hard did she do it? And I said, well, I told her, you know, because my body always hurts, I said, you know, go ahead and, you know, go a little hard on me. Because I like it deep, because the deeper you do it, the better, you know, you're going to massage those muscles. And, you know, go ahead and put a little pressure on me. It's okay. Well, I guess she massaged in the wrong direction, too much pressure. So I've never gone to anybody but him now, and I felt so bad. And he's like, you even paid her. He's like, I don't charge you. And it's like, I know. I said, I'm sorry. And I was like, forgive me. That's horrible. Oh.
Mommy? 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 Mommy.
I understand how she feels right now.
This is my friend Slower now. This is my friend Slower now.
Oh, she got robbed? Oh, that's bad.
Wait,
I need to watch more of her videos.
Mommy.
What?
I'm not drinking this.
Don't shake it up. You're shaking it up. See those bubbles? That bubbles means you're shaking it too much.
But Mom, I'm not going to drink this. Mom, I'm not
What?
going to drink this because it's my pet.
Okay.
It's my pet, so I can't drink it. Guys, this is my pet.
Yeah, she's great. I like her. She's one of the few. I just started watching YouTube this year, so I don't subscribe to a lot of people, especially individuals like her. Usually it's to bigger corporate things like new rock stars and stuff, but I've been supporting the streamers like her lately. See, should I lay there one day and just have a question hour? An interview with Rose? Ask me anything you want. I'll try and give the shortest explanation I can, because sometimes I can get into a long explanation. Be like, question hour. Do a Thursday night, 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock at night. We do a question hour. I haven't seen Hamilton, but apparently I think it's on TV or something now, isn't it? Can't I just go watch it? Like, I don't have to fly to New York and pay a bunch of money for hotel stay and tickets and all that. I can just watch it on TV now. Let's see if there's one more short one we kind of want to watch, because I do want to get some clothes in the wash, because I want to wear my shark pants tomorrow. You guys want to see my shark pants? I want to wear my shark pants tomorrow. I feel like wearing my shark pants tomorrow. It feels like a shark kind of day. Oh. Avoid these bugs. Okay, let's see what bugs we need to avoid. It's a short one too. We'll do this one. Well, the reason why I ended up deleting my thing is because my bag was saying it was full when it wasn't. It wouldn't let me sell a certain fish for God knows why. It wasn't tied to a quest or anything, and that's why I hit all F4. I all F4 out, and then I came back in, and I wonder if or maybe there's different bugs. Oh, she's like me. I bought those high heels too. Go mining in high heels. Okay. 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 I already did it, so Okay. Oh, I heard about that. Well, no, I read about that because I read the updates and they said we fix it so you can get out of Buzz's house.
Hey, Mama.
What?
This is my pet, and I'm not going to.
Gucci Gucci Goo.
But Mama.
Should I feed it some cherry Pepsi?
Yep.
It might taste a little cherry.
Yeah, but Mom, I'm not going to take my pet hook. I didn't taste him, even one bitty.
When was this posted? Hold on. Stop.
Can I taste a little bit?
Weird. It never disappeared for. I didn't have that problem.
I
Thank you.
taste cherry Pepsi before. It tastes kind of good. But it tastes bad than that soda.
Yeah, they supposedly developers fixed it.
And for you, it's better than this soda. The guy you want to be.
No? Okay, I haven't made boba yet. Haha. That is a big boba. It's bigger than the pot. It's bigger than Woody, so don't give it to him. Okay. I heard something about this. That I think everything on her video they fixed. Because I saw that in the bug fix. Because I think she's going over everything that they literally just fixed. If you go look at the bug fixes. I saw these. There's a Buzz quest. There's a Woody quest. Or something like that. They're fixed. So if I do come, I gotta go put some clothes in the wash. If I come back, should we do some Dreamlight Valley? Should we do some more YouTube? Should we scare ourselves with an evil game? Or what should we do? I don't know. I do gotta go put some clothes in the wash though. I do need some. The Wellness Festival for Millionaires. That looks kind of like, I don't know if I could go do that. It just cost you $5 million. Okay, not millions. Just that. Just a few. So you save $500 by buying the first tickets. What? Ah. What? What? Wait, I should move my picture so you guys can see Asmin's responses too. How do you just so if I just grab this book and I can just sense it? That's weird. To me, like, my brain can't fathom that. So basically it's for famous people and they come in your trailer and they're like, we're ready for your scene, and you're like, hold on. Ah, I have my lines. Now I know my lines, let's go. I've read the whole script. Right? No, I'm just teasing, I know. Should make fun of people, but it's just, that's a crazy idea. It's like, here, I'm just gonna sense my script. Okay. Well, I want to. Okay, no. Hey, Asmin, we need to take a poll. Like, we need to find out what classes each people are taking. Maybe we need to, like, find somebody who can get. You don't have to necessarily have tickets to this, but poll people as they come in and out and say, okay, what classes did you take? And at the end of their retreat, hand them a random book and see how many can sense the information in it. Should we even cover the title? Like, do you have to read the title to sense the information? Like, if you got your money's worth, you should be able to come out and repeat. Even if you sense the first chapter, right? I mean, you don't have to sense the whole book, but maybe the introduction at least or something. Yeah, thank you, Asmin. No, I'm just kidding. That's a great response for Roy. Yeah. Yep. Thank you. I paused my video at the right time and said that to him. Well, I bet it is uplifting. Would even the edges be colored at all? Like this side's red and this side's blue? Would it all be purple, or would it be purple with red and blue edges? Because how is she a narcissist? Like, she doesn't come off, she's sweet, it seems. She seems sweet, doesn't she? Do you think that was a chance meeting, that she's getting a tour? And oh yeah, that's the princess, by the way. Okay. No, well, people connect deeply when you finally get to meet. No, I'm just kidding. I was just like, okay, if you never meet the thousands of people, okay, you're not going to connect with everybody at this thing, okay? You're only going to connect with the ones you take classes with. Maybe I should stop the video right now, go put my clothes in, and when we start up right back here. Right back here. Or I should just pause it at a BRB and we should come right back, because this is actually pretty interesting. I want to see this festival. Give me a second. Let's go to BRB status, and let's just pick it right back up right here. Found a funny video that absolutely I paused the video at the right moment. There's a video that absolutely is you would, and I paused it and said, absolutely what about this? I did. You actually know something about me. When I unpaused it, his response was, you remember something in the video? So I just paused it really quickly. And the next thing he said is, you are absolutely yeah, video that's kind of caught my attention that now I do kind of want to finish it. I really want to see what this is all about. Well, I mean, he's right. You have to have a shared experience. And for almost $4,000, they provide you with that shared experience. Because if you were to just say meet them in a restaurant or passing by, they're not going to talk with you and they're not going to network with you. But if you met them at a spa or a volleyball game or something, well, yeah, then they're going to network with you. I mean, how many times have you met somebody at a barbecue or, you know, wherever and shared a dinner, a meal or something, or been on a bus ride and the bus got in an accident, you were stuck there for 2 hours and had a shared experience and you learned who each other was, what you do for work, and now you're networking. So for a small fee, they provide that place in the world where you get to go and meet people on your same level. Well, come on. They can afford it. Me neither. Nope. Nope. And I would still actually classify him as an introvert, but I think, you know, because and introverts still like to talk and associate with people and get to know people and can strike up conversations and meet people and network. But yes, he's right in the fact that it does depend on your... I wouldn't say all of these people are narcissists. I mean, that's heavy to say that, but... yeah, like, he's right. These people wouldn't go network with their gas station guy whose wife might be at this party, you know? Or sister, you know? What if that chick right there with the white dress and purple purse, her brother's a gas station attendant? You could have met her through him, you know? Cause that's what narcissists wear. A fedora makes you look special and cool. Cause you could just take off that hat like that. You know, you're like, and you can tip it and tilt it, and it's a fedora. Come on. Now I want you to walk across the room and hug that stranger over there and sit with them for 5 minutes, and then in 5 minutes I want you to go hug that other stranger across the room and sit with them for 5 minutes. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Okay, sorry. The mic got unplugged. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, my mic died. I'm panicking. Okay, sorry guys. I know I gotta do something about all these cords, and I need to watch where I step, and they just get... I need to figure out how this can never happen again. I knocked my computer to the floor, and I screwed everything up. I screwed it all up. And now my video is interrupted. And now I gotta set everything back correctly, the way it was, before I screwed it up. Come on, come back down. There you go. Okay. I think we're back on par. Oh, it's sucky how one little cord, my headset cord, I kicked it wrong, and one little cord can bring down the whole thing. Alright, here we go, back to it. By the way, yeah. Okay, fine. Fine, Asmin. I will give it to you. He's saying narcissist. I'm trying to say that's harsh, and then she goes to breakfast with a hat that says icon. Okay, Asmin. I don't want to admit you're right. Okay, whatever. Let's just move on. Just kidding. I'm like, no. I think it's like trailer trash me see. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You don't wear a baseball cap with that kind of dress. I mean, I don't know what that guys comment. What does that say about you when you wear not only a pink baseball cap that says icon with just your straight fluffy hair, a dress and a pearl, and I not getting down on anybody who has tattoos, but I'm just adding in she also has tattoos. So you're showing off your tattoos. You've got that doesn't look like a CEO dress. That looks like going on a hot date tonight dress with a ball cap. That's kind of misshapen. Like, it's not even a nice shape one. Like, it's barely sitting on her head and it's all scrunched. We'll get off this subject. Let's get off it. Oh, she put a jacket over it, a gold jacket. Lots of colors. She should have put a fedora on. Ha 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 ha. She got rid of the hat. I should point that way at Asmin. The fedora. One of them's wearing a fedora. One of them. Well, yeah. Well, okay, Asmin, they started off by saying this is invitation only. And so everybody here is by invitation only. They have wealth. They paid their ticket. Oh. My daughter wants to. Well, no. What this is he thinks he creates. So he starts out the morning saying, I'm going to create the greatest day of my life. And of course, tonight at the end of the day, he's going to go to bed and say, yes, it was the greatest day of my life. And I did create it. And in a way, he did. Because along the way, I wish we could follow him around secretly without knowing and watch him on a camera and point out every choice he made. He put himself in that. If everybody wakes up with a positive attitude, saying, I'm not going to have a bad day today. And then, like just now, I could have laughed off. I could just laugh off this accident. This is not a bad accident. I knocked everything down. Nope, today's still not a bad day. Nope, today's still not a bad day because, I'm choosing not to look at it as bad. I'm not. He's going to choose. He's going to make choices today because he woke up with the positive attitude. You wake up with the negative attitude and you're like, today's already sucking. And then some sucky happens to you and you're like, see, I knew it. Today's a sucky day. And the next thing happens to you and you're like, see, today's just sucking. No. You keep that negative going. So it's just the power of positive thinking in a way. If you want positive things to happen, then look at everything in a positive way that happens to you that day. Bad or good, it's going to lead to something positive. Don't panic, don't freak out. So he meets her. She's beautiful, kind, whatever. It's made his day even better because he's looking at her through that lens. Remember, his lens he woke up with that he's looking through. See, exactly. He's because they're looking at a negative spin and he's sitting back. First of all, it didn't happen to him, and he's like, "Yep, you don't create things to happen. Shit happens sometimes. Is how we look at it, how we handle it, that manages our day." I mean, like I was saying, I could have quit Dreamlight after my accident, whatever. And because like I said, if it was a free game, I might have, but I went into it, I paid for it, thinking it was a great thing. You go into this, you pay for it, you think it's a great thing. No matter what happens, you're going to keep making it great, even if a mistake happens, because you paid for it, you came to it, and you're going to do whatever you can to maintain that positive attitude and keep going. Well, isn't that what this conference is for? Yeah. Because he's out there to get a hot rich woman like him. This is a hot rich dating retreat.
I make you if we see 5 band-aids. Because 5 band-aids will give him
Yeah, look at Asmund's eyes light up. Just kidding.
Mommy, can you order a pack of band-aids? Because we almost out of band-aids. And we need band-aids right now. And we so almost out. We almost out. So order some right now.
No, this is not breathing, this is humming. That's not breathing, that's screaming and letting it out. I love the look on Esmond's face right now. Oh. I would have ran out of that room with Asmund's face. You and me, bro. Like I said, run! Run with that face. What's that word in psychology for a mass hysteria kind of thing? I know it's called folie à deux if it's 2 people, but like, what's the big one when everybody is? I know there's the mass hysteria word. Does this fall under mass hysteria? They probably are on OnlyFans and do that orgasmic move in a beanie chair, and that's how they make money. Yeah. No, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I want to see the book one. Show the book one, because where's the degree? I mean, this is their... Like today when my son kept messing up. I said just breathe. Just breathe. Take your character, walk at the edge, breathe, and jump off. I mean, breathing when you are getting to that insanity level. But also, no, not gonna start screaming and vibrating in my chair while I'm streaming to get rid of insanity of playing a game. He looks like he's crying. Yeah. See, that's why they wear fedoras. Asmin, he looks cool and manly if you tip it over your face while you're crying and breathing and hyperventilating. Mine's relaxed. And then I lean in for seriousness. Mm-hmm. Don't think about touching her. Don't. Okay. Probably. Okay, what? So she just put in her phone number and it gave her an 8. Like, how is that number generated? Do I need to rewind this again and see what happened? Because I just... What? Yep. No, you need to be like, let me get your feel. Oh, did she give her a picture of her home or something? Astrology. Well, that's what I'm saying. What generated that number? Did she give her a picture of her home? What'd she do? How does she know there's a garbage bin in that corner? What? No, quickly delete that app. Re-download it. Put in your husband's phone number or something. Same person. Technically same phone number. Let's see if he gives a different number. How is the phone reading the energy? It didn't read off a fingerprint. There's no heat sensor on the phone. Like back in my day, when I was going to school and I was in the 3rd, 4th grade, we would stop by this little cute little store and we'd pick up these cards that read your thought. It is like a little credit card, but it was like a love meter and like like as I said, it's close to astrology. It's your mood ring thing that would tell you if you're in love by reading like the temperature of your finger. But what is this phone reading? It's not reading the temperature of her finger. She put in her phone number, and then she got a number generated. I still don't get how.
Mom, we have one more tiny breath, so you have to hurry. Right.
Exactly. And we talked about that in one of our last videos about being open-minded. She just did the energy app. She doesn't get how the numbers generated either, is basically what she's saying. She's saying she doesn't... So she's actually being skeptic of this whole thing. It's kind of weird that... Who's making this video? What, like... Because she's being very skeptical of this whole millionaires conference thing. She's not going, oh my gosh, I screamed, I cried, I vibrated, I feel better. She's not like going, I'm going to go home and take that garbage out of that corner, and there's going to be like these trees and flowers and fountains, and I'm going to get it up to a 10. No, she's actually being very skeptical. Take off your fedoras. Yeah, no, they're putting themselves in the mindset by dressing like this. Like, you don't just go in there and okay, you go in there in your fancy dress and whatever, you came in your American clothes. No, you put on the headpieces, you put on the necklaces, you know, you put on the things, and then once you gather, you garner. Like when my mic broke and my husband asked me to go back to this mic, I said no, because I like this mic because it makes me feel more professional, like I'm doing it. Like you put on some of the things that make you feel like you're doing the job right. Mom? And it's not mocking. I'm not. Mom. I didn't get this to mock streamers. I got this because, well, I got it because I wanted it, but then the first time I used it, I'm like, now I feel like, you know, because 5 years ago I didn't use any microphones. This year I started with this microphone, but I felt kind of dumb, and now with this one, you know, so it's just that. You're putting yourself, you're going, okay, if I'm going to dance to this music and be in this mood, I'm going to put on this jewelry, this clothes, this, you know, and it's like going to a Halloween party in your t-shirt and jeans. No, you're going to dress up. What? Stop, you're hurting me.
But I want to tell you, so can you...
You're hurting me.
But with these pants and so go wet. So can you...
Stop touching my mic. What?
Wissy's shirt is wet. Yeah.
Is what? Wet?
Wissy, his shirt.
Go get her shirt out of your room.
My room?
Yes, because Grandpa's room is locked for the night. Exactly what he's just saying, you know, if you're not in this party and you're not wearing the stuff, you think too much about it. Like you said, is it offensive, blah, blah, blah. No. Because mostly girls are at this party, if Asmin's right, and she's a girl, and all the guys are already around a group of girls, and she's not. See, the only connections we have seen her make tonight are if they're females, it's her teachers, if they're a couple of males, but see, that female, look at the way she's looking at her. She's just like, I'm talking to him, you're interrupting it. Don't get any water in your drink. You know, I would also disagree. I should let Ezra speak real quick, but I mean, if you think about the streaming world, I tell people, you know, because I get people that hound me a lot in my streams about building my streams, and they you know, want me to pay them and they'll help build my stream, but I'm like, streaming is free. Okay, I sorry, I don't business, because, and I'm trying to make a difference in the world, and I don't have a lot of money, and I hope I've made a difference to some people, and I, you know, I spent a tiny bit of money to do it because I did have to, you know, get this set up and everything, but I'm not, you know, streamers, there's a lot of streamers out there, I don't know, you know, a lot of them who don't make money streaming, who do it because we like it or whatever reason. Like I said, some reasons earlier in this video, and we go out there and make a difference, and it's nothing about money. Or like Brie Larson, go look up her videos. Now that she's making money and she's a huge Marvel star, she's going to use her platform to make a difference, because now that she's rich and has money and she's a huge movie star, she has a platform now. Well, the thing is it has nothing to do with money, because these people who make money, they gain a platform sometimes, and they're not doing no different than a streamer or something out there. Only, see, they now have money, but they don't give their money. So some people give their money to charities, and that's helping make a difference. But, you know, if you're making money and you're keeping it all to yourself and you're not giving it away in one way or another, well, then you're not making a difference. Now you're just rich with the mouth. I'll drink my Pepsi now. Just kidding. As he's drinking his soda. Just kidding. No. You can make a difference even in your small community. Like there's a lady out there in my community. She makes these really big, delicious cookies. Look how big these cookies are, okay? Look at my hand, okay? It's bigger than my hand. She does not know how happy she makes me and my kids' days when we go and pick up these cookies, okay? She makes a difference in the community, okay? These cookies are free. They're homemade. They're good. And they're happiness in a bag, okay? That's making a difference, okay? And all she does is go to the store and buy some baking ingredients that don't cost a lot of money. And I don't know how rich she is. I don't know if she's rich or poor or middle class or what. I've never met her. All I know is she takes care of our community with cookies. That's making a difference. Go to your community, make some giant cookies, and give them out for free. That's a difference. He knows how to talk. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so did Charles Manson. He very calmly ordered. He was just an asshole in the right way to his assistant. You see how he's like, no, you come and you tap me. You tap me. Is that important? No, you... He's like, you can see I'm not checking my phone. You tap me, okay? It's that easy. Tap me. But he said it in the right way, because me, see, I didn't say it in the right way. I'd be like, dude, tap me. Tap me in. Exactly. He just showed us what kind of asshole he could be to his assistant. Off camera, he might yell at her and different. Because look what he just said. We can edit this. He's like, I'm going to talk to you in this way, and then I'm going to edit it out so nobody sees this. But whoever's controlling this film is like, no, we're not editing it out. Because whoever it is, they didn't edit it. Because he's like, no, we'll just edit it out and pretend like it didn't happen. I said Charles Manson. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Exactly. He's like, we'll just edit that out and pretend like I didn't do all that. And so in his version of it, he's focusing on her, he's talking to her, he's like, and then they edit out that 2 minutes where he ordered his assistant around, and it looks like they just keep having this ongoing, uninterrupted convo because that's how he lives his life. Edit out the moment where I'm going to show my dislikable side. Cult leaders can create. Manson had his family where everybody felt accepted and loved, and they played their music and did their singing and dancing and acting and blah 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 and killing. Well, I guess you either... Oh, the closing party. No. It's like what the wife said in Mrs. Doubtfire. We could go on a vacation, but when we come home, our problems are still going to be here. The same problems that we had. We can go on vacation and we can forget about it. You can go spend your millions of dollars. You can go on a shopping spree and have a great time and forget about your problems for a moment and go on vacation and go boating. And everybody's like, well, we just saw you on a vacation together and you guys look happy. Why are you all of a sudden divorced or separated? And it's like we were on an outing. Like, it's hard to be happy, or it's, hard to, you know what I'm saying, okay? And so yeah, you can get a lot of money, but problems are always going to be there. I mean, famous people have their problems. It just maybe doesn't deal with money as like our problems are heavily rooted in money. But
Mommy.
their problems, okay, they might not, but they have relationship problems.
Mom.
I mean, look how much they get divorced and
Mom.
what?
You see, I'm calling them going to steal my character.
Your character.
They're
For-
going to steal.
They can't steal your character. How they can steal your character?
Well, when we will.
I mean, like right now, if I had millions of dollars, I would still have this problem.
Whoever wasn't I seek gets
No, I'm
my
not pointing to my daughter, but what she's
character.
talking about. Don't get me wrong. Huh?
Whoever wins gets my character.
Well, tell them they have to talk to mommy first. I want to know what they're talking about. Tell them that nobody gets your character but you, and if they think they're going to take your character, they have to come to mommy and ask mommy, because mommy knows your character's name and password so hot they can't take it. Remember, mommy is the one that controls your character, not them.
Do you know my? Do you do my Roblox account?
I know your Roblox account. They don't. They can't take your character. Mommy knows it.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Tell him it's mommy's character, not yours. Mommy just lets you play it, but I'm the one with the control.
Mommy, about Ian. About Ian.
I'll be out there in just 5 minutes, okay? See, Daddy's already out there. See if Daddy could do it for you. But see, yeah, like, even if I had a lot of money, I would still, okay, so my money issues would go away. Would the money portion would. But like I said, I would still have to deal with my kids fighting and my kids' schools and raising kids and being married. Me and my, whatever is going on between me and my spouse would still be going on. Money's not gonna automatically make my kids behave and respect me, and and everything else is not, money isn't gonna garner all that in life. Exactly what Asmin just said. Okay, these guys have money. Going on this retreat was no big deal. Look at the clothes they're wearing, the jewelry they're wearing, the headpieces they're wearing, the coats they're wearing, the outfits, the costumes. They brought these suitcases full of this, and they made this trip and this travel because they have the money. But why are they at a retreat then if money solves everything? Shouldn't money solve their confidence? Shouldn't money make them read a book by touching it? I mean, come on. I'm still looking that up. I want to read a book by touching it. No, they're mad because it's not that they have money and they don't exactly. It's that they have money and they still have discontent and problems in their lives that they need to solve, because everybody thinks that my mother-in-law is this way. She thinks if she moves into a bigger house, like one of the reasons they wouldn't let me and my husband come to Sunday dinner in our family is their house was too small, and she was getting embarrassed how too small it was, and having less people over at our house was better. And seeing how we were the least liked, and her favorite daughter didn't like us, we didn't get invited. But she thought that if she could talk her husband into moving her in to a bigger house, that it would solve those problems, that me, my husband, and my kids would finally be accepted, and we'd get to come over for Sunday dinners if they had a bigger house. And one of the things she did to solve that problem was when you're in our religion, you're supposed to go to your home ward, which is the one closest to you, because it's well organized. You're not allowed to go down the street to anybody else's ward. But she's going to her son's ward because she thinks if she takes her husband to her son's ward in his nice neighborhood, that it will make him want to buy a house in that neighborhood, and then that will solve all their problems. That if she looks rich, she's not rich, but if she looks rich, she'll feel rich, and she just thinks that the appearance of being rich is going to solve all her problems. And so in the last, like, I don't know, 3 or so years I was in that family, she focused on, if I could just get my husband, she did whatever way she could trick him into getting him to move to this new neighborhood. But he kept holding out. And because he's logical, and he knows that they could barely afford the house that they're in, that if they move to this other house, well, it's going to ruin their lives and not make it better. But to her, she thinks that she's going to bake better, and she thinks that everything is just going to, because she loves to bake and sew and everything, and her hobbies will get better, and her family will get better, and all of this will get better. That's one of the things we got in a fight about the last night I was there, because she thinks if she just gets this bigger house, that it will solve the problem, that she could have dinners at her house again, and that I will be allowed to be over there. But I'm not going to wait for them to get rich so she could, because it's not going to happen. And I know I'm going off on a big tangent right now, and so it's a big tangent. But basically, people think that either being rich or the appearance of being rich is going to solve your problems. And these guys literally are rich. They have the appearance of being rich. I mean, look at all this that they're dressed in. There shouldn't be so much discontent that they're at this retreat for 3 days. And of course they're playing a song called I Love My Life. Get another generated number. Get another. She rearranged your hotel room for a better number. I know. Oh my gosh. She's doing the walk all wrong. She's slouching while she does it. You're supposed to be smooth and standing up tall. She's like doing this. It's like a monkey trying to do a sultry walk. No, they didn't. Then none of them notice you. They're like, is she hot? No. That wasn't liquid. That was a very chunky walk. That's something my 6-year-old would do. No, I'm just kidding. Or my daughter, she's been doing that with her new octopus. It's an interesting way to play a recorder. He's definitely talented. He could probably get go on Twitch and people would watch him, and he could make money on Twitch with that talent. I guarantee you. He doesn't even need. Let's look. Does he have a Twitch channel? If not, he should get one. No. They're not hurting anyone. They're giving their experiences and their opinions, and it is take it or leave it. Like, she's taking and leaving, and that's what it is. It's a conference of take it or leave it. Exactly. No. Well, yeah. Well, like I was just talking about, my mother-in-law was content until 4 or 5 of her children got married, and all of them moved into bigger, better homes than her. And then, like, when my father-in-law, we invited him over to help us check out a home, and he scoffed and said, this home? He's like, you're going to buy it for the same as this home, for the same value that my home is worth? He's like, this home isn't worth as much as my home. And he put his nose up at us, and I got the home anyways. Because he told us not to. Because he didn't think that it lived up to his house standards. But I could hold bigger parties than he could. But anyways, like, they were content until their children started marrying off to people who, the people they were marrying weren't rich, but the parents were, of the kids that they were marrying. Like, one of their daughters, her husband's family had like 9 4-wheelers, and they would go out every summer, and they took a picture of all 9 4-wheelers lined up. And that's when the dad went and got a motorcycle. Is because after their children started getting married off, they were like, oh crap. They're like, we're no longer, our children are beating us in life. So they got a motorcycle, and they got, whatever they could, and she's pushing for that bigger house because she can't go over to her children's houses, these massively, I went over to one of their houses, it was massively huge. I was like, this is where your sister lives? I was like, wow. And I didn't get jealous. I just thought, wow, this is massively huge house. I didn't think, gosh, don't you want a house? No, actually, me and my husband, the neighborhood we live in, we pulled up to a house that he said was massively huge. It looked too huge. We went and bought the other home, the one that didn't look as huge. We bought the one that you should see. My laundry room it's in what's called a bonus room, and it's shaped like a triangle. It was a good idea until you moved into it and started living in it and keep hitting your head on the ceiling, because you stand up and forget that the ceiling's at a slant, and you go and you sit down and then you stand up and you boom. And anyways, yeah, that's my, you have to just say, this is what I want in life, and I'm content with it, and I'm happy with it, and I'm not embarrassed for people to see it. Like, I wasn't embarrassed for people to come over to my mom's 2-bedroom tiny duplex home to have baby showers or stuff for me. I wasn't embarrassed. I never once let myself be embarrassed that I was going to be inviting my in-laws or whoever that lived in these massively huge houses to my parents' tiny home. I wasn't. Don't let it be. Well, tie it to obtainable things. Success at your job is obtainable. My husband has that. He's happy in life. Tie it to obtainable things. Like I said, getting out here and streaming and talking to you guys I didn't have to be rich to go out and do this or have anything massive. I did like what all the books and all the YouTube videos tell you to do. Start with what you can. And every time my husband payday comes up, I ask him for one more small piece of equipment, like the microphone was one of them. Can I buy a microphone this paycheck? Okay, great. I get my microphone. He handed me a really nice web camera that he wasn't using, that his work had given me. A mouse. I got this for free. He wanted a raffle at his work. My son saw that and said, wow, that's a nice expensive mouse. I got it for free. We won it in a raffle. I didn't pay for it. I'm not ashamed to. I'm not going to let you think I paid for an $80 mouse. I'm not ashamed to say, well, it was lying around in the house. My husband hated it. He didn't want to use it, but it fit my needs. So I took it. I asked him, I said, can I please have it for my streaming? Yeah, go ahead. He said, go ahead, have it all you want. Okay, great. And so I do little things that just, because getting up and doing something besides running errands and, I mean, I like, say I want to go volunteer at my kid's school. I don't have to. I can stop streaming for a couple hours a day and go do that. Streaming's easy. I can stop it anytime I want. Stop streaming at any time I want and go do another thing. And then I can come here and, be an influencer when I do have spare time. Instead of just sitting on the couch watching TV, I can come here and play my games and stream and talk to you guys about psychology and human behavior and watch YouTube and talk about it and have all this fun. And now my kids love being in front of the camera. Huh, Colin? Tell everybody how much you love being in front of the camera. It's something me and my kids do together. We love streaming. They love the idea of streaming. I don't think they know exactly how vast it is. The wide audience we're reaching. What'd you do to my camera? Crap. See, don't touch my equipment. I didn't know it could do that.
But I know.
It.
That's weak.
See, this is why I don't want you touching my equipment, buddy. Don't touch. I'll be in there. Give me 2 seconds to wrap this up.
What up? What up? What up? What up, Mom?
Not exactly, because if you have the attitude, you also may not be able to change when you need to change. Just give yourself attainable goals. Give yourself like I need more vitamin D, and so I'm gonna go sit outside for a half an hour in the sun and read a book. That's what my doctor told me to do. Rose, give me at least 15 minutes in the sun. If it's wintertime, at least give it to me in front of the window. Okay, I could do that. I'll give you 15 minutes in front of the window. I'll make sure that I sit in front of that window for 15 minutes a day. And, or go outside if it's warm weather. Take my kids to the park for a half an hour, and I'll get that sun. Make yourself small, obtainable is the biggest word, obtainable goals, and you will be happy in life. But they must be obtainable. Getting that big house that you can't afford is not obtainable. You know what I would have done if I was in my mother-in-law's situation? They have a garage they don't use. Her husband's a general contractor. He builds houses for a living. I would have took off the garage door, built a wall, took that massively huge 2.5 car garage they have, built that into the biggest dining/sitting room. I would have took where the kitchen table currently sits and put countertops there to give more countertops. That's what she could have done, which would have been a more obtainable goal, to get more space for her family, to make herself feel better and happy, to have something newer in her home. It's a small, obtainable goal to make her happy. You don't need to change houses. You just need to change the one you're in. Me was moving into this room and gaining my privacy. It's my walk-in closet. I took my clothes that I don't wear since COVID and everything came out, and I don't go out and about, and I don't, I took half of them downstairs. I left half of them up here so I could wear cute outfits for you guys. But, or if I need a cue one, hey, love the brutes. Sorry I didn't see you come on. I don't know when you came on. I need to keep watching the chat window. I'm embroiled in this. But just give yourself a small, think of what's making you not happy. Give yourself a small obtainable goal. Getting that raise at work, well, yes, it's up to you, and no, it's not. Like, right now, the economy going downhill is not your fault. So if you can't obtain that raise, but you're being a perfect employee, realize it's not exactly your fault. Okay? It's whoever's causing this crisis. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, just make an obtainable goal. Just give yourself a few obtainable goals. That's all you need to do. And then you will learn to love yourself better. And don't be afraid. Well, like he's saying, don't care what anybody thinks. Be able to say your obtainable goal without letting other people push you down. Okay? Somebody came on my stream the other day and said they feel sorry for my husband because I stream all day. Well, you don't know my family and my situation. We don't care, okay? We get plenty of time spending together, okay? Plenty of time. And it's none of your business, okay? Alright? I don't have to explain that to you. I shouldn't have to, but I did, but I don't. But I don't care what you think of my streaming all day. And if you think it's bad for my family, because me and my kids love it. Okay, me and my kids, if I don't lock that door. I don't put a lock on that door. I could, but I don't. But I could put a lock on that door and just sit in here and stream all day and disappear from my family. Now that would be bad. But I include them in. If they walk in, I say hi to our viewers, say hi, blah blah blah. I include them in. Just don't let yourself just be like, you know what? I made this goal for myself and I'm living it. And so I'm sorry you feel like you have the need to put me down for it. But this is my goal. My goal was to get back on stream, to get back to my studying my psychology, because I missed it. I feel like my brain was starting to melt without doing it all the time, without exercising those muscles. And so I'm back to it. And I'm sorry she feels like my streaming all day is detrimental to my husband and my family. But I know it isn't, because I live in this house. I live with this family. I've been with my husband for 20 years. I know our life. 20 years ago, we needed to spend every moment together. Not anymore. We've been together for 20 years. We don't need to spend every moment together. But maybe you do. Maybe even after 30, 40 years, you still do. But that is you. I'm not going to get down on you. You be you. You have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, same as I do. This is my pursuit of happiness. What is yours? Make that small and obtainable goal for your life and your pursuit of happiness. Well, it's... Ha! You know those guys out there are. You know they're taking them up to their rooms. Yes, exactly. Like I said, even though nobody's chatting over here, and sometimes I'm sorry, I miss you when you do. I sit there and look at the chat and nobody chats, and then when I get into a tangent, I look over, somebody's talked, and then I miss them. Because I create my own conversation with you. I'm pretending like I have hundreds of you guys watching, and I'm talking to all hundreds of you, even though there's not hundreds of you there. I'm still talking to hundreds of you. And that helps me be a better me. And instead of just playing a game and getting bored of it after an hour or so and getting tired and monotonous. I was tired playing that game 3 hours ago. And then I started watching YouTube with you guys. Now, I'm going to have to go to bed, okay? It's just after 1 a.m. And if I don't want to be tired for you guys, I cannot stay up till 5 in the morning again, okay? I'm going to have to go to bed right now. It just in 2 seconds when this video is ending. But I want to be rested up for you guys tomorrow for another day of streaming. Because it makes me happy. It makes my kids happy. And I think it makes my family better. The kids are loving showing off for you guys, and I'm loving getting to wear cute outfits again and show off for you guys and talk to people again. And even if there's only one of you in there or something, that I'm only seeing 1 or 2 viewers. I don't care how many viewers are on that list. I pretend like there's hundreds of you out there. So, you know, do what makes you happy. This makes me happy, okay? Know that you guys make me happy. Making this content. I'm a little like Asmin. Making this content for you. Creating this content. Creating moments. I even finally clipped my first moment of me screaming on that ghost theme the other day. You know, because I'm allowing you guys to see that I am vulnerable during a video game. Which, you know, many people just are like, oh yeah, I played that, I was crying, you know. It's not scary, and they might act tough in front of you, but, you know, I allow you guys to see my vulnerabilities and stuff and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, I gotta get going to bed because I told my son I'd come to bed. Exactly. You say it. Even though I'm a psychologist, my cat ears make me happy, okay? So don't take me less seriously, okay? Ah. They want to feel like they're not alone, okay? They're not alone. And they're not alone. They're not the only one vibrating and screaming and crying in their chair while wearing a fedora, okay? So yeah, you guys, I'm going to get to bed and get rested for you guys, okay? But thank you for all you do, watching YouTube with me and following me and helping me out and comments and likes. Join my Discord. Let me know what more I can do for you guys. Because I know that as a content creator, we create your entertainment. And I just want to know, am I doing a good job? Is there something that within my powers I can do that I can create for you? You know, just let me know. And I will do what I can for you guys. And I appreciate all you do, and yeah, let's see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm just gathering my stuff up so I can head to my bedroom and be with my whole entire family. But, you know, we'll see you guys tomorrow, and I look forward to it. Like I said, this is what I like to do. This is what I like to do. Especially because I don't have to leave my home. Because I think I'm becoming agoraphobic. Not there yet, but I'm getting there. I'm scared of driving. Been in too many accidents, rollovers, bad ones. I just don't like to travel. And my son, who lives 3-ish hours away from me, understands that it may take me a while to get out to see his house. But it's just, I can't bring myself to travel.
Can I have McDonald's on payday?
On payday, yes. Okay. Alright, I'm coming in right now. I'm shutting down my stream. I'll be there in 2 seconds, bud. Alright, you guys. Peace out. Have a good night. Find your obtainable goals. Be the best you for you. And